night, the Oprah Kamala
2 hours
confab got together.
Agonizing.
Jeez. Oh, man. I can't stand Oprah, and I really can't stand Kamala. So that was
the pairing.
Oof.
Oh, come on now.
Really, really ugly. But here they are on the border.
Concerns about immigration.
Yeah.
And I'm told that Justin, where are you in the audience? Justin
Bieber?
in our audience.
Is Justin Bieber?
No,
No,
You
it's
live
not.
in Michigan.
Okay, so he's going to ask a very straightforward question. Okay, straightforward answer.
Well, she, of course, every answer is
For
for her.
you is when you become president, what would be your specific steps? Yeah, of course. What would be your specific steps to strengthening the border?
Specific.
So it's a wonderful and important
Pause it for a second. Especially since you've been in office, and that's been your main job for 4 years
Yes.
now. What are you going to do differently?
What more are you going to do?
Yeah. Is there anything you can do to stop the unbelievable flow of illegals and drugs and terrorists into this country that you haven't already done? Why haven't you already done it?
It's so funny because every time I watch that clip multiple times, and every time I just want to scream.
Yeah, well, you do, because it's madness.
maddening. It is maddening.
Oh,
And this isn't the only one either, but I mean, we're beginning with this, and it's already maddening.
if you can, just start at the beginning of her answer, because unbelievable.
important question.
Yeah. Answer
My
it.
background was as a prosecutor, and I was
There we go.
Not a middle-class kid?
the elected attorney
she's a
general for 2
prosecutor.
terms
my
of a
bad.
border
Elected
state.
Attorney General. 2 terms.
So this is not
got
a
it.
theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on.
Yeah,
I
for the
have
last 4
prosecuted transnational
years.
criminal organizations
You had one job.
for the
gosh.
trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings.
Right.
I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border.
Pause it.
And
Why are
ensuring-
we talking about when you were Attorney General? Why don't we talk about the fact that you are currently the Vice President of the United States of America,
you.
tasked with overseeing the border? Huh. Why don't we discuss that? I'll tell you why, because millions, tens of millions, have come across that border on your watch. And what are you going to say about that? Well, I have allowed the border to disintegrate to the point where we don't have one. But I'm going to stop that in my next term. What are you going to say?
Right.
What are you going to? You got to go back to your, because nobody knows what happened in California under the Attorney General,
2
who
terms.
has virtually nothing to do with securing the border.
She prosecuted.
Prosecuted. Yeah.
Jeffy's made this very clear.
Yeah. Thank you,
So
Jeffy,
did
for
she.
making that clear.
Yes.
And so did she.
You know,
You're
this
right.
poor guy.
2 terms.
He's standing there. He asks the question.
Elected.
And he just has to stand there for 3.5 minutes.
know.
I would be
Listen
like,
to her
can I
ramble.
sit down?
I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
hold 1 second. Answer the question.
Why are we going back to Attorney General status?
Thank you. Oh my God.
Talk about vice presidential status.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think we kind of got off the hook here because she didn't go all the way back to her middle class upbringing. We
Yeah.
could have gone back even further.
Well, that's true.
with this answer,
That is true. All right, let's see the rest if we can
and
stand
ensuring
it.
the safety of the American people.
Yeah, and have you done that? No.
Sadly,
Sadly.
where we are now
Yeah.
can be traced most recently
Oh, here we
back
go.
to
You!
the fact that
You!
when the United States Congress, members of the Congress, including some of the most conservative Republicans,
It can be
came
traced.
up with a border
to
security
you!
bill. And here's what that border security bill would have done. It would have put 1,500 more border agents
I can't.
at the border.
I don't think I
Let me
can
tell you,
make
those
it.
border agents are working around the clock.
Okay,
it
but
would
again-
have just been about giving them some support and relief, which is probably why the border agents actually
And why was the
endorsed
border
bill.
left wide open, Puddin'?
It
Because
would have
of
allowed us to stem the flow of fentanyl. And I'm looking at people from all over the
can't.
country here.
I can't with her.
Oh
I can't.
my gosh.
I just can't.
This seriously goes on for
Oh my
3.5
gosh.
minutes.
3.5 minutes of this garbage.
Holy crap.
Garbage.
So wait, why is there a problem at the border?
Because of you! It's unreal. It's unreal.
It sucks,
She
man.
sits there and insults our intelligence, spits in our face for 3.5 minutes on this answer. How can you stand it? If if you're a Democrat? How do you listen to that and say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense?
That's our candidate.
Yeah, that's the person I'm going to vote for to continue the border policies that she has brought forward for the last 3.5 years. It's 3 years and 9 months now. 3 years and 9 months. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's beyond 3.5 years. We're virtually her entire term in office. And this is what we have to show for it.
I heard
it's a disaster, and everybody knows it.
I don't know if we have it, and I don't have the sheet, but there was an interview with a union member that was asked about voting. It wasn't the UAW.
The guy at the beach?
The steam fitters union guy.
Oh, no.
Oh, because he was talking about
the steam fitters union.
Steam fitters union in New York. Yeah.
I love the steam fitters.
Okay.
How do you?
I'm an honorary member of the steam fitters union.
I wasn't aware of that.
Hold on a second.
I am.
Okay.
I go way back with them.
Wait, where are we fitting steam, and what are we fitting it with?
Don't worry about what they're doing. Okay, they're a union member.
Don't worry about where the steam fitters are fitting their steam.
I'm looking up what the hell a steam fitter
But he was pissed. Never mind.
He doesn't care anymore. He's like,
I honestly don't care. I just know
What was he pissed? He was pissed at her?
Kamala, yeah.
Thank you.
He was pissed at Kamala.
okay, so steam fitters, Pat, are highly skilled workers who are responsible for every aspect of the installation and maintenance of piping systems in residential, commercial, and industrial projects. There you go. So
Okay, there you go. There you
Again,
go.
though, don't
what's the
worry
difference
about what they're doing.
You don't have to tell me that because I'm an honorary member.
remember.
But what's
of
the
steam
difference
fitters
between a
union.
steam fitter? I need to know this now. Steam fitter and pipe fitter. What's the difference? Here we go. Yeah, why don't you explain this to us? There,
I'm so sick of people asking me questions.
Jeffy's just disgusted with you now, Keith.
Okay, well, it's not the first
He's
time.
just disgusted.
All right, well, we learned something.
Yeah, we did.
Do you have more with
Yeah,
Kamala and her?
So why
got
was he?
off of
Why
Oprah?
was he
No, he was
pissed?
just immigration.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't even talk
Okay,
about
good.
unions or anything. He talked about
Wow.
immigration and the safety of his old neighborhood where his daughter still lives, where he grew up, because they're dropping all these immigrants off.
Wow.
He was really angry
in New York
about
City.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the Teamsters?
Yeah.
What was that vote gonna be, or what was it? You know, this is why they didn't.
It was over
endorse.
60%, right?
Yeah, 60% for Trump over Kamala.
And he had said that
Wow.
before. Remember that interview he gave? I don't know, a couple months
Yeah,
ago.
he warned
a couple
them
months
what was
ago.
coming.
He said, we may back. I think that was for Biden.
Yeah.
We may back Biden, but a lot of our union members are not going to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a couple months ago.
And then we have a clip coming up that we can get to later. Pat and I talked about this off the air yesterday about how the internal polling for the Kamala Harris camp, according to a source of mine, says, boy, they are not looking good among her support among blacks. Well, now J.D. Vance is saying the same thing as well, which is a great clip that we'll play.
I have a story that she is polling worse than any Democrat in history with blacks and Hispanics.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a real shame.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Now, are white people going to carry her through? Geez, I hope not. But Ryan Gudersky, he's the CNN analyst, right? He was on a panel with Van Jones. And Van Jones admitted that the Democrats had bad ideas in 2020. Well, Gudersky looked at Jones directly and blamed the Black Lives Matter movement and its emphasis on equity. Then he went after Kamala. This is on CNN. Wow. He said, at 60 years old, which is about what she is, she had a transformational life experience, apparently, where in 1,000 days she has changed from a Bernie Sanders Democrat to a pro-choice Bush Democrat. She has abandoned almost every position, not just on fracking. She was gung-ho for multi-trillion-dollar policies, never mentions them now. She's completely against it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great stuff. Obviously, the transgender illegal aliens in prison, which she did sit there and say that she was for. She was against ICE. She was for open borders, defund the police. And then he called her the worst polling Democrat against Donald Trump in history. on national
Again,
polls.
real shame.
Yeah, isn't it though?
She even went out. We may have it, but she went off on mentioned owning a gun last night.
yeah. So
Yeah, we've got that.
you want to get back to Kamala? You want to do the
Yeah.
JD van? Okay, let's do Kamala with the guns. Okay.
At the debate
I'm a
when you
gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If
And I thought
somebody
that was
breaks in
powerful.
my house, they're getting shot.
Yes. I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But
My staff will deal with that later.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that I would shoot an intruder in my home.
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Boy, you couple that with that clip we had yesterday.